Hello. Okay, today I want to talk to you again about capacity. So for the last couple of days you've been doing little investigations for me, how many glasses would fill a saucepan, putting different containers in order from which would hold the least to which would hold the most. Now today, you can see here in front of me, I've lined up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 glasses. Okay, so there are 5 different glasses, different heights, different widths. See, this one here is quite wide, see there, whereas this one here is quite narrow. Now, all of those glasses would contain a different amount of water. Or liquid, any liquid. I think I've lined them up in order from the one that would hold the least to the one that would hold the most. So, if I went into a shop and I asked for a glass of milk, and I brought this glass in, and if you went into the shop and you asked for a glass of milk and you brought this glass in, which one of us would get much more milk? You would, wouldn't you? Because you've got this big, huge glass and I only have this little glass. So that's why we don't go into shops asking for a glass of milk. What they created to solve this problem was a standard unit of measuring liquids. So instead of going in looking for a glass of milk, now we go in and we ask for maybe a litre of milk. So this is the only measuring container I have, and if you look at the side of it here, you go up as far as here, that's a litre, 1 litre. So if I went into the shop and I asked for a litre of milk, I would get that much milk. And if you went into the shop and you asked for a litre of milk, you would get that much milk, which makes it much fairer, doesn't it? Because we'd both get the same amount of milk. So people that sell things that come in liquid form make containers that measure 1 litre, sometimes 2 litres, sometimes 3 litres, but today we're going to concentrate on 1 litre. So I'm going to show you some things I found around my house that are 1 litre. Start with this diluted drink. So how do I know that's a litre? If I turn it around, here on the back it says 1 litre. So I know there is 1 litre in that bottle. And if I was to pour that bottle into my measuring jug, if I was to fill it up, obviously it's not full now, but if I filled it up with water and I poured it into this measuring jug, it would go up as far as the 1 litre mark. Okay, let's look at some other containers. Okay, I found this out in my garage. It's oil for cars, and if you look up here it says 1L. Sometimes they don't write the full word for litre, they just write L. So 1L. So that's that container, and this is my diluted drink container. Are they different shapes? Yes. Are they different sizes? Yes. Do they both contain the same amount of liquid? Yes. They both contain 1 litre. Here's the 1 litre here, 1 litre. So if I was to fill up my measuring jug, both of those would fill it as far as the 1 litre mark on my measuring jug. Let's have a look at a couple of more. Okay, another drink bottle here. It's a little bit different from the other one. Look, it gets kind of narrow up at the top. This also contains 1 litre. It says it down at the bottom here, 1 litre. I have this container. This is olive oil. And look, it's a different shape again. It's kind of more square shaped than roundy shaped, but it holds 1 litre of olive oil. And I have another bigger one here. I have to push these back. This big spray bottle here of WD-40 for cleaning my bike also contains 1 litre. So let's have a look. Remove the glasses and we line up these. It doesn't matter what way I line these up, what order. These all contain 1 litre of liquid. And the reason that we have litres is so that if I'm going to buy a litre of olive oil, or if I want olive oil and I go in and I ask for a litre, no matter what size the container is, it will be made to measure 1 litre. Whereas if I asked for a glass of olive oil and I gave that glass, and if you asked for a glass of olive oil and you gave that glass, well, that wouldn't be very fair, would it? Because I'd have much more olive oil than you would have. So I hope that makes it clear to you why we have standard units of measure. Now what I want you to do is I want you to find at least 3 containers in your house that measure a litre. So it might be shampoo, it might be one of these things that I have here. Go and have a good look, and if it says 1L or 1 litre on the container, that means it measures a litre. Okay, bye.